Soup. Mario in space, flying through the cosmos, experiencing firsthand the death of bees. It's a game that's constantly throwing some with the player. It bites street. Oh, my pussy! The soundtrack is nom, but how do I put this? What it is a whimsical platformer with weird gravity and a bunch of other neat little ideas packed in. Whereas I wish I was good at the game. Hang on, what? You telling me that Super Mario Odyssey, one of the best reviewed games of all time, is not a good Mario game? Are you nuts? Are you nuts? Yeah, no, it sucks. Poopy ass. Thinking back on the game years later, I found it oddly forgettable. In earlier Mario games, I can recall DDT, but Galaxy, not much. So I remembered some things like the settings and the characters and the music and the characters and the bees. But the actual levels themselves somehow got lost in the creases of my lol, and that piqued my curiosity. Why didn't I remember Good Egg Galaxy as well as I did Bad Egg Galaxy or Bobby Hill or Bianco Battlefield? Was it simply because I was younger when I played with my ass?
That's enough sex jokes, please.
69 lol.
Would you believe it, the little sucking bitch?
My more impressionable mind was better at retaining every detail of God, or in other words, this God. Or was there something specifically about Galaxy that set it apart from the other three Marios? So I dove back into Galaxy, hoping to get better at it, and as I played, I kept getting hit. How do I play this? What 10 years ago I found delightful, I now found frightful and frustrating and baffling and What was once a treasure trove of one idea, wow, now looked like a seriously. So what gives my little spaghetti problem? Just like cynical. Well, yeah. But there's more to it than that.
Dear God.
There's more. No. Mario's got some real issues that I haven't heard many talking about. So let's dive. What's wrong with you? The way I see it, there's no major shortcomings in Mario Galaxy. Let's start at the top with number 1. Super Mario Odyssey is disgusting. Nintendo showed this graphic category, infographics, separating Mario's 3D PP into two course games and explore the box garden. Let's just call them Sand Exploration games. Sand Exploration Marios are fun.
This is where the fun begins.
Mentally different levels in Sandbox Exploration Marios have any number of various win conditions, from the simple get to the end to the obscure get to the end, now break this box or talk to this toad. Wow, clean this eel toad. Who wants to have it both ways? See, you return to the same numerous times, but your goal is rarely. There's like 12 polygons. It's hard. In Sunshine, the developers frequently use these repeat visits as an opportunity to take up shit on the levels.
What's this icky poo I goop? It's moving!
Even the addition of a few new platforms or enemies is noticeable thanks to the amount shit. In Galaxy, returning to the same level serves no purpose. You're simply ushered along a different path of open field. First you go down this line of planets, then you go down this line of planets, then you go down this line of planets, then you go down planets. It looks and feels like you're
Davey.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
And unfortunately, it's a combination that does it no favors. Instead of a game that fails to succeed at either model, we're left with some interesting hybrid of the two.
But it's opposite day.
Oh no! Were it a true sandbox exploration game, it would have tons of reused ideas. Were it a true course clear game, every level would be a and it would just give you the star instead of Unfortunately, too, it isn't a good course clear game. Everything I just said would be totally fine if Mario Galaxy consistently doled out totally dull levels, but it totally doesn't. Sure, there are some greats in there, but I said What makes a good course clear level? On the abstract side, one of the core components to any successful course clear level is ping pong. I can sure kick your butt in a game of ping. The best levels are designed with Mario in mind. You're given just enough time to react to what's thrown at you. Just even the 2D Marios have sections where you have to well, unless you're a speedrunner. Think of it like every time you want to jump to a new platform, you first have to talk to the guy.
I'm the guy. Hey,
Then you finally get to kill the guy.
Cake.
Then you get to jump, but now you gotta watch a cutscene where Mario flies through the air, and when he comes back to the ground, you have no idea where you are. That's what Mario Galaxy is to me. Its planets are just massive platforms you jump between until you reach the end. You never know where a launch star will take you. That's not your concern. You never worry about what's 2 steps ahead because the game never lets you worry about what's 2 steps ahead. The inertia in other course-clear Mario games comes from being able to see what's just ahead and plan accordingly. Where's this warp pipe lead? There's no way to know. No. Without being able to see next, all you can do is stare at the feet. Steve, how do I get off this planet? No idea. Hey, smart ass, figure it out. Try to remember what it was like before you knew the language of Mario. Strange. Walk into this, that's good. Walk into this, good. Pipe, enter a pipe, that's bad.
I bet we're gonna die. Great design!
Climb a vine. Enough of the apps, let's get
Go. Sweaty, sketty goes. You get me?
What are the basic building blocks of these gauntlets? It's threefold: the environment, the enemies, and the obstacles. Galaxy's environments don't exactly serve. Better not fall off this platform. Oh wait, I can't. What a stupid. Oh wait, I can't. All right, so enemies and obstacles. Both serve to stand in your way while simultaneously guiding you in the right direction, usually to the right direction. Mario Galaxy has enemies and non-obstacles. Thanks to your attack and this homing attack, you finally get to cover this. Enemies don't pose much ATM means.
Oh, look at that!
There are some enemies that got a little more going on, like the homing bullet bills you have to lure through certain areas, but the obstacles fare much better. You got 4 gravity puzzles, uncaringly hurling yourself into the void of space, and also bees. See bees. It's important to note that the obstacles typically have an entire area disappearing. Most planets you happen upon are pretty bare, just bare. Maybe some poop and wowie. So Mario Galaxy has a lack of negative enemies. All it has going for it are obstacles, but they're rarely used to their greatest potential. Which brings me to number 3. It doesn't love its 3 ideas. Wow! Mario Galaxy treats its ideas like a spoiled child on Christmas, never satisfied, always on to the next toy. Flying around as a bee. Next. How about bees? Next. You turn to a spring and next. Ice. Next.
Spin around like they do with spinning around the horse.
Next.
What a fucking next.
They put you through this constant ringer of tutorials for every new power-up, only to throw it all away.
Try me, bitch.
You know how many levels B Mario appears in? 9. How about Boom Mario? They're on the back of the box, people.
Stupid fucking dinosaur! Get the fuck!
Mario Galaxy is bursting with ideas, power-ups and otherwise. Throwing Koopa shells, swimming Koopa shells, ice skating, pole stars, dive switches,
I remember when
The 3rd star introduces a completely new mechanic, the sling pod.
the web thing.
The game platforms do eventually make a slippery comeback between their spread cheeks. That looks pretty good. Despite being pretty game, you have the introduction of the state in a relatively low TS environment. It's ramped up Mario cheeks. Then you get to grab and twist some balls. Flipping. Nice stuff. By the way, if any of this doesn't sound familiar, I highly recommend checking out Men.
Who's a fit boy then?
Well fit.
Unfortunately, these platforms are liars. Whoa! Most of Galaxy's ideas are blithely being introduced to the locked before they're locked back up for good.
Kinda dark.
Or you just get the same sick base rolled out over and over, never evolving in complexity. That's because these levels you get a dozen scattered all over the place. Most of Galaxy's galaxies have a 3-galaxy structure. 3 unique galaxies of the same galaxy with different galaxies to collect. That is a fantastic framework for offering multiple takes on the same galaxy. Idea. God. These levels tend to be more into their aesthetics than their mechanics.
It's working!
Almost every opportunity to iterate on an idea is squandered. It's rare enough for a to pop up multiple times in the same level, let alone for it to evolve across multiple stars. Now I've gone long enough without mentioning Galaxy 3. That's right, Galaxy 2 had a sequel which improved on things from the original. Creepy. Largely thanks to its standing better. Thanks to that understanding forces as a game. Gone is the hub world, replaced by a hub maps and a spaceship. Oh, I still love that pun.
That pun's just as funny the 17th time that it is the first time. None.
It is concerned with making its planets look like planets, so it's more fucking planets here. Its galaxies offer 202 unique stars on average, as opposed to the 3 million of the original, meaning the game moves at a quicker clip and you spend less time retreading the same ground. It's got lubba. Galaxy 1 don't got lubba.
Hello.
Let us begin. Oh, right.
2 very boring minutes later.
Oh no! Duh! Yay! Finally, it's about time. I give up.
Dear pesky plum.
Welcome to Flipsville Galaxy, one of the few galaxies in both games. The first star is all about greats. Great. This is the pinnacle of what Galaxy 1 could have been, and it's at best sparingly present in the sequel.
Damn, he fucking hates this shit.
The game we got is not a bad game.
What the fuck?
It has a little something for everyone. Oh.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Billy. Hey.
Here's another example from Galaxy 2, Chompworks Galaxy. Every planet on the way to the first star is all about getting a chain chomp to the end of the track. First area, hit a switch way down a platform. This area, flipping and rocking. Switch way down a platform. The final area's got enemies, platforms, lava, switch, more platforms, flipping rocks, more fucking planets and greats. It acts as a solid end to the galaxy, then Star 2 throws everything out and replaces it with nothing. You're given a spring mushroom, which isn't even required, isn't even fucking required, and you just bounce through most of the same level. The final planet is a pyramid you just climb to the top of. There's not even a chain chomp floating around in the background to be like, hey, remember the theme? Arf, arf. But you just bounce through most of the same level. It's pretty bad. Throw it all into the trash. It's garbage!
The end.
I must watch more.
Or how about Melty Monster Galaxy? First star, lava and magmargs and magmaws and more lava and more magmargs and more magmaws and more
Luigi.
Hey, that's Luigi. Show him a little respect.
Star 2, rolling. Star 3, rolling. Star 4, rolling. 3. Star 5, rolling. This is what Galaxy frustrates me so much that it is overflowing with my semen oil. These nuts are worth exploring. Yes, throwing something new with the player every 69 seconds keeps things sexy, but at the risk of not satisfying my long one. In the long run, this is not Wario.
Next level game.
I'm not trying to pretend like any of this game is easy, because it isn't. But they did the hard work of polishing their hard one and then coming to do all that work and then just throw it all away. Alright, let's move on to the final point. 4. Heck, my ass. I hope it's clear by now that Galaxy feels like a game that's suffering and dying. Lol. Hold up, sidebar real quick. Before I go any further, I'm not saying that this is inherently better than this. Like all things, it depends on
How you use it.
Super Mario Run is about as linear as you could possibly make a Mario, and it's still a solid game because it embraces its linearity. Okay, end sidebar. The problem with Galaxy is that it dictates itself, and the first real level in Galaxy 1 is good by Galaxy. All 3 stars start with you on the same planet, which you then have to find 3 different ways off of. First it's over here, and then it's over here, and then it's up my ass.
Right. I'm stopping the poop. I am stopping the poop.
It's like they took a Mario 64 level, isolated only one path through it, blew it up into chunks, and turned those chunks into planets. Look, I just made a Galaxy level.
You did not.
I did not. Oh, hi, Mom.
I never look up at the crazy skies in this game and think, man, I can't wait to get there. If anything, it's that planet looks like Yoshi thing. If you can see a planet, chances are you'll get there eventually, even if it's part of a completely different star. What are those crazy planets?
Oh, those are just for show. You can't actually go there.
Never mind.
What makes this even worse are the introduction cutscenes to each level. Of all the things to lift from Sunshine, why this?
Could have been worse.
Mario 64 just relies on the names of its stars to point players in the right direction, but in Galaxy, it's completely redundant. So that leaves the player with exploration on a micro level, the game's secrets. Let's talk about what Galaxy contains that can be used as a reward. Coins, star bits, 1-ups, life mushrooms, stars, and power-ups. Assuming the secrets are interesting and well-placed, that's a lot of potential potential rewards for the player. Oh no. 1-ups are a great reward on paper, but this game throws 1-ups at you every time you sneeze. In the earlier Mario games, 1-ups were rare, and you needed 100 coins to get a 1-up, not just 50, so coins had more value. And they'd add to the score counter. Scores are next to worthless. It's hard to get excited about star bits as a reward when seconds later you fly through rings of them just for playing the game. You're almost disincentivized from finding them because they're rarely worth the effort. Beyond an internal drive to do all the things, there's very little reason to go out of your way for them.
I wonder.
They had the opportunity to redefine the experience in the sequel and made some positive strides while disregarding entire chunks of the game that could have used reworking. So let's rework them. Come on, let's go point by point and do a little reimagining. For onesies, and to make me sad about what will never be. Number 1, throw it all into the trash. It's garbage! The majority of complaints against Galaxy at its release were in regards to the plot. Is that really why you play Mario? Okay. The game we got is not a bad game, but I think it kinda sucks. I'm just dancing in a movie theater. Throwing the unexpected at the player isn't bad. Neither is any of the other things I've been complaining about. Point is, I'm quite cynical. By the way, all this is why I love Super Mario Odyssey.
Uh-oh.
I was not expecting that.
This is all wrong.
I like me some Cluck just fine, but Mario's sexy hard. Cluck is where I hang my hat. Odyssey's filled to the brim with non-linear objectives that reward exploration and attentiveness with a handful of dirt. Like that's a gift, like that's a thing that has value. I don't care if it's rare, but it's still dirt. Coins have real value as they replace 1-ups. And you can actually purchase stuff which doesn't have much value. And little value means they make for a poop reward.
Stinky!
So the journey is a journey and the reward is a reward. Oh, and you can do this. So while Galaxy is a course clear game with some awkward sandbox exploration elements, Odyssey is an exploration game with little sprinkles of awkward course clear on top. You got your wide open spaces which serve as hubs for these boring trials and challenges. Remember a minute ago when I described my hypothetical galaxy, saying the individual planets, the stars, the gauntlets, everything that works in the existing game can just be placed within these nonlinear galaxies. That's what Odyssey is.
Well, yes, but actually no.
A mashup of sandbox exploration and course clear done right.
The platforming gauntlets, however, I don't know, they just never reach the heights of 3D World or of Galaxy. A lot of them are a bit, like, boring.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god!
I honestly hope that Nintendo is currently working on Odyssey 2, because as far as I see it, the Odyssey concept is really brilliant. All they have to do is to nail the platforming gauntlets in a sequel. Okay, so to finally come back to the question from the start.
How do I put this?
To answer that, we need to talk about
Gay love, anal sex, royal egg.
That said, if you love Mario Galaxy, as far as I can gather, most people do. I know my opinion is great, and it is my intent to make you feel bad about a game you love. If you sat through this video, it's either because you love game videos, hey thanks, or you love Oreos, or you care about the destruction of I mean, you care about
creating a realistic animated character, the same kind of that I assume my wife put into her pregnancy while I worked on Mr. Incredible's penis.
You owe it to yourself to pick apart the ladders you hate. Now, before I go, I have just a few nitpicks to get off my tits. Why does Bad have his bandana from Sunshine bump me out? This way of getting to the kitchen sucks. This way of getting to the kitchen also sucks. In a game about Jesus, you teleport cheese around the hub? Just give me the cheese.
No.
It'd be really neat if there were custom animations for getting a star with bees. Jesus, I just want more bees. It's really cute, okay? This game is garbage. Who are these Lumas? Oh, God. They created an NPC just to resolve this one issue that they invented. Wow.
That's how delusional Nintendo is.
Why would you put a 1-up here?
Compensation.
That isn't how reflections work. That isn't how reflections work. That isn't how reflections work. That is. You owe it to yourself to pick apart the games you love, not just the games you hate. By the way, I love Super Mario Odyssey. Odyssey is a mashup of sandbox exploration and course clear done right.